All right, man. Let's get the rundown, man. Who had secret admirers, man?
Shit, I'm still waiting for people to tell me.
Word.
Still waiting.
Word.
You know, high school was a long goddamn time ago. Uh,
Word.
yeah, but no,
No.
I don't think I had any back then. But then again, you know, it's hard to notice that shit when you're that young. You know what I mean? Like you don't catch the subtle clues that you would catch now. And you know,
I still couldn't. I was never that dude who could pick up on signals and shit like
Right.
that. So it was like, if you didn't, pretty much come in my face and like flash me or something, I wouldn't have a clue,
mhm.
Right.
what it was like.
Right.
But yeah, I just
Right.
wanted to run it real quick and see who had somebody, actually trying to get on the team heavily. Chosen Druzy. I know you had a couple of them, man. The brother, any brother who could sing
Uh,
had a stable.
you know what? Yeah, yeah. So Panda Camp, Panda
What's up?
Camp, prevention and neutralization of drugs and alcohol camp, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they had this secret admirer wall. I can't remember what they called it, but if somebody liked you or wanted to get to know you, they could leave a note under your name on that wall, and you
Okay.
pick up the notes throughout the day at different times, and you read the notes and you correspond with them through the wall. And then there would be a time where they would let everybody socialize, of course, supervised. Uh, and I ended up with two or three of them that shocked the heck out of me from some larger schools.
Okay.
Um, some cheerleaders and some athletes, female athletes from the other school, and I was like, these are the ones that the guys were whispering about, like, yo, man, like, yo, she's dope. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, her, and I'm showing her a note. They're like, nigga, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what? They're like, yo, she digging you. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, say something back. So I got a few phone
Yeah.
numbers after that camp, and we kept in touch, and some
Okay.
of us stayed friends for a good while after high school, and you know, they all got married. I went on to get married for a little bit,
Okay.
but yeah, man.
He said it went down a little bit. Didn't know that that secret admirer wall would hook a brother up. Like, hey, I ain't gonna just
Man,
put it out there, and all of a sudden they see what's sticking. Okay.
hey, shout out to my friend, my sister friend Keisha Glenn. She had me sing karaoke. We did a karaoke night. This is what really opened me up, and I
Got you.
sang
See?
I sang what you call it, "Rub You the Right Way" by Johnny Gill.
Well,
And
well,
See?
they rushed
well.
the
See?
stage. They rushed the stage on me, and I thought they were just like acting. You know what I mean? Just showing support,
Yeah.
acting out. But those were the ones that put their name on the wall and were like, "Yo, I want to talk to you." I'm like, "Wow,
Man, it's the
Got you, bro.
athletes, the people, the brothers that can sing, automatic. They come in automatic, man. You was a young smoky.
yeah,
That's what
man."
to do it.
That was the other
Yeah.
side. That basketball, when they opened our schedule up to play the Division 1 and Division 2 city series schools, even though they were lighting us up, the girls from their schools got to see that there were some real athletes
Yeah.
at these other little schools like ours, and they're like, "Oh, you could play," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we lost." They're like, "Yeah, but not because of you." You know what I mean? Like,
Come on now, Drew. You win as
Word.
a team, you lose as a team. It's like, man, no,
listen,
you got
ain't no
game.
iron
We got
team, and
you.
ain't no we neither.
He was like, man, it wasn't because of you. You was solid. It was your point guard. Your point guard sucks, man. But yeah, I got you.
Nah, I'm not gonna pass the blame. That was hindsight. You know what I mean? A lot of went
Facts.
into that factor, but we were the most well conditioned, as we were told by one of our coaches, losers in the city. Y'all can run with the
Awful.
best of them.
Awful.
Yeah, man. I remember I came to one of y'all games. I think y'all played hell. Shit, y'all played Liberty. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Liberty. Y'all played Liberty. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all played Liberty.
Yeah.
I was up in the stands, man. Yeah. Oh
man.
For
yeah. Oh yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. Like when he said when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, they did. open it up so that like
Yeah.
them, Watkins, all these other schools
Yeah.
or whatever, man, they all started playing, the bigger schools, the bigger facilities and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, man, shit, man, we could keep pumping, homie. On to the next. Since only one of us had a secret admirer that we knew of, like you
Right
said, we're
on.
still
Right
waiting.
on.
Still waiting, man.
Yeah, somebody
If that
come
was
out
to
the
be.
woodwork. My luck would
Ash-
be some fucking dudes or some shit. I wanted to fuck you back in high school. Never really had the courage to say it. Like, why the fuck you saying
He
it?
was
now?
a fool.
I remember
He was a
it was the reason why I
fool and a
gave you my
half,
tater
bro.
tots, man. It was the reason.
Hey, I ain't gonna say
my
the name
tater
of the
tots.
school, but their mascot was a cowboy. And when I attended that sophomore year, the coach was riding me. He wanted me to play so bad because when he approached me, he said, "Have you ever played basketball?" He had me playing football in phys ed, and I was out running some of the running backs and fullbacks and catching the ball real well. He's like, "You ever play basketball?" I said, "Man, that's what I do." He said, "Oh, I like that." He said, "That's what you do?" He's like, "Come to open gym." He's like, "Don't tell anybody I don't tell you to come." I'm like, okay. So I go to that open gym. He starts recruiting me for the team. I was being a little knucklehead because it was a big shift in mindset going from a little D5 Christian school to this public school that was D2, D1.
Mm-hmm.
And this man literally said to me, "You guys would rather look good than play good." And we smacked the backboard on a layup or something. And one day he said, "Yo, if y'all stop acting like niggers and just play ball, y'all might win something."
Wow.
I said, "What?"
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was wild. It was wild. And we had racial balance. All the kids that had come from Rand and East.
Yeah.
That's the year like when I went there. So like people were disappearing, like the Lauryn Hill and Fuji song. The year the dragon, lots of men disappeared. Quiet as it's kept, they won't be back next year. Dudes was
Facts.
missing in juvie for 3 days before they called their parents from
Yeah.
racial riots at that school. Man, it was wild. It was
God damn.
wild. And every time he would see me after I graduated, he would say, "We could have won the championship." I'm like, with me. He was like, "Yes." He was like, "You didn't understand." He was like, "I know you thought I was racist. I know he said I was trying to shock value." I'm like, "Listen, man, you can't talk to somebody like me from the inner city like that
Yep.
and get through."
That's
Negative
that's
reinforcement.
not coming from you.
Right.
Not coming from
Nah.
you. Sorry, man. I will definitely kill the messenger. So yeah.
Right.
So let
Right.
that be. Be glad I gladly bowed out that situation. At the time I was a knucklehead, but I knew where the line was. Like I don't want to be
Yeah.
one of those kids coming up missing for 3-4 days, and then turn up down in juvie.
Yeah, man. It
All
was
right,
it was
Brother
a
Tank.
hard pill to swallow. It was a hard pill to swallow, but
Hey man,
my
you live
mom
and you
always-
learn, man.
my mom always taught me, would the gift of God to give us to see ourselves how others see us. I didn't really know my worth until after I graduated.
That's how it goes. That's how it
Basically,
goes. Because a lot of us look back in hindsight and man, I should have just paid attention. If I'd have paid attention and focused, been a lot better off. But again, I was just distracted. It was a lot going on in our time. So
Oh yeah,
let that marinate for a little bit. It was a lot.
for sure.
Mm,
Cool.
fuck's
Next.